I figured it's best to do this way because I have a feeling I might be pretty busy on tonight's stream. Because Ron might get on the call on the streamer call, and Reaper. We might talk about probably the first hour or so. We might talk about the network and everything's going on, and I'm sure people's got questions. What this is going to be about? What the fuck is it? You see here on my screen here, and then everybody that's here in the network right now. I'm sure everybody's got questions and stuff. So we probably will do a stream later on tonight on my channel. Just kind of talk about it, get people interested because 'cause I'm sure people's got questions. But Stallion just did a recent stream. Just recently ended it probably about 15 minutes ago. Um, Mentioned me a lot. Didn't really badmouth me or anything really. Just made some comments that I want to address. For one, I'll go ahead and say, I'll ask everybody in chat. Do I look tired? Do I look worn out? I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't get on stream and be like, "Yeah, let's fucking go, man. Yeah, well, I'm here tonight, baby. We're gonna rock this shit." I mean, yeah, I'm not over energetic or anything like that. So if you mean in that aspect and that criticism, yeah, I probably could pump it up a notch. But I've just that's not me. That's just not who I am. I'm not that way. I mean, yeah, I could bring it up to 10 and be more animated and all that. That's what people like to see. I agree with that. That's a fair criticism. I agree with that, but I'm not tired. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Tired from work, maybe, but I wish I could do this full time. I wish I could make this a fucking job and do this for a living. I mean, it just if the price was right, I would even discuss things another known. But, I wouldn't do that to Ron unless it had to I mean, and if I did do that, if it was an amount thrown at me and I told Ron the amount, Ron would be like, "Yeah, dude, I mean, yeah, but, you know what you're getting yourself into. You gotta remember that, what you're getting yourself into." And I'd be like, "Yeah, that's why I'd have to make sure I quit my job first so I could, focus on it." But I'm not of that caliber. I mean, if it then King would have sent me a friend request and been asking me to telling me, get my ass, quit being a pussy and go over an audition if he thought I had some talent. He's never done that, and nobody in the LCU's even reached out to me that other than there's only two people that reached out to me and said, "Dude, you ought to get up and audition." That was Gidgy and Becky, and they're the reason why I never. Well, Gemini too. The reason why I never did it because I just don't feel like being up there. And that's part of the gig. That's part of it is if you can handle that. And I just never felt like going up there and being made fun of and called that whatever. Look at that, that bald headed motherfucker. Hey, it's fucking Mr. Uncle Fester or Doctor Evil or $1 million. Yeah, that's part of it, but I don't know. I just never really been that desperate enough to go up there and put up with that shit just to be an intern and not get paid for like 2 months. So, that's the reason why. I've just never really had that incentive to go that full into it. But I know where I stand and I like where I am. I like what I'm at. Yeah, I don't get a lot of views. I don't. Um My donations are few and far between, and I don't even get them in get the subs, but a lot of that's my fault. I take responsibility for that. I don't need donation goals a lot of times because I feel that what's the point? I mean, I put shit up and nobody donates, so that's the reason why I don't do that. It just makes your stream look bad 'cause nobody gives it's like, well, nobody it's like King was saying that before on, I think you said that on Hero. Don't do if you're not making your goals, don't put that shit up or because it makes your stream look bad. So that's why I didn't do it because it just Nobody gives a fuck about me enough to to do that. So I don't make a whole lot on YouTube, but I got a job. I mean, I do this because I like doing it. And I was saying earlier, if I didn't have to work for a living, and I'm made whatever worked online or whatever, and if I could my point is if I could focus on this full time, I would love to do this as a job. But unfortunately, that's just not how things are. A lot of that, I don't know if that's on me or just, but I don't want to sit here and fucking babble. Um, I thought this best just to make just a video this way, react to this in a video format, so that way you're not in a live and you can pause and stop and don't have to watch, or put me on fast forward if you want, just to get to the fucking point. But 'cause I sit here and fucking babble and go off like an old man. Well, now I am an old man, goddammit. Man, well, let's react to this, 'cause there's some shit in here that's being said, and I gotta set the record straight on a lot of shit. So, let's get to this, and let's fucking react to this shit.
So yes, Stallion is back. Stallion has been mentioned for quite some time. I have gotten DMs. I have gotten things on comments of things I put up on my channel asking, why the hell are you hiding? I'm not hiding. So I want to get into the real reason I'm on live early this morning. Somebody wanted me. I want to make sure my audio is working here quick.
I forgot to turn my camera off.
Okay. So let's get down in nitty gritty here. As everybody knows, I used to have a co-host named Twisted SMF, no longer with me. Had a Discord. Seemed to be quite a problem. Well,
Okay, hold on. I'll stop right there. The Discord. Why was that a problem? Me? Why was that a problem? Because you deleted it. I only left the group chat because there was no point in the group chat anymore. He wasn't doing anything anymore. I went with Ron and started doing Ron's thing, so there wasn't no point me being in that group chat anymore. That was a Discord that we supposedly co-owned together, and you didn't even talk to me about it. And this dates back to several other things. The reason why so I quit on him and all this. This is the reason why, because you did shit. You didn't even talk to me about it. Just got up on your fees and fucking deleted it. I got pissed off about that. Um, the reason being is that I could have just politely bowed out and left. And if that was an issue or anything like that, I said, dude, I want no problems. I'll just leave. But I'm doing this thing with Ron, and I would just quietly would have bowed out and left. Didn't have to delete it. He still could have kept the Discord and kept everybody in there because I wasn't fair to the people that were in there. That's one reason that pissed me off. But it just like he just pissed all over everybody. Just deleted it. That's why I said I just would have left, and he still could have kept the Discord, and still could have kept it running. Um, this dates back to a lot of shit why we never got along. He would do shit, the Hades shit, for example. He never talked to me about doing all that shit. Yet he didn't talk about him changing his name. But if he told me he was going to change his name to Hades, I'd have told him not to do it. As I did when I found out he did it. I would have told him not to do that. That is stupid. Italian Stallion is your brand name. That is what you market yourself at. That's when people search on the internet and they search on Google, they search for Italian Stallion. Like on me, Twisted SMF. I've had this fucking name for 30 fucking years. I've never changed my name. When shit got too hot, I felt like I was being canceled or called out on my shit or whatever happened. I just took a break for a while. Step back. There's two ways you handle that. You either A, you confront it head on if you're good at it, or B, you just step the fuck away for a while Let shit cool down, come back. That's why I've had the same fucking name for 30 fucking years. That's how the internet works. It's marketing, it's brand name, it's who you identify as. A lot of this shit, that's why we broke up because we never communicated. Quit trying to shift that on me when it's that. There's a lot of shame with with the Twisted Stallion show. Same ordeal. That's why we broke up because the shit it's like he said, two Brahma bulls in a china shop, whatever. Just he got his stubborn way of wanting to do shit and wants me to just follow along and not questioning it. It's like how can I put it? It's like he has his way of doing things. He wants me to just follow along, not question it, and just say, "Yeah, okay, yes, Daddy, we'll get on it. Yeah, we'll do it." And not have an opinion at all, and just do whatever he told me to do. No, that's not how I work. If I think something is wrong, if I think something ain't right, I'm gonna fucking tell you. That's just how I am. That's how I roll. I'm honest. Sometimes I'm brutally honest, but I'm honest. I'm going on a tangent even before we got to phone. But I just happened to be thinking about it when I was thinking about it. All right, let's get back to this.
All of a sudden, I had a meeting. It was about a good, almost a month, 2 months ago, with people that I thought that I could, you know, talk to. Told me not to go ape shit, don't go wild, don't go do this, don't go do that. Did I listen? No.
Reason why we told you not to do that. You remember what you did the first time when you tangled these two individuals and you went after them personally? You actually went after the channel, locale test. You actually went after them, or at least supposedly. I would. That's one thing. There's many. I would love to have a conversation with Kingstar because I've got many questions, and I know he would tell me honestly. He wouldn't bullshit. He wouldn't try to sweep. He would tell me to my face honestly. And this is one of the things that he was always saying that he went after locale test personally. Um, Something to the fact where he even got a strike on the channel, they got a fine or a lot of all this shit he was telling me. And he was sitting there this the reason why I bring this up and say this, because this is the exact same shit he was saying on our Discord call meeting. He said, "I did it once, I'll do it again, I'll go after him," and all this shit. They thought that, they had me the first, they thought they've heard the first of me the first time. I'm going after him again, and this time I'm going harder than I did the second time. And we was telling him, "Don't do that." Me, myself, and 2 others. We were telling him not to do that because you're saying online, I mean, if that's you want you, we was like, "If that's what you wanna do, that's fine, if that's what you did the first time, but don't sit there, go online and say you're gonna do all shit because that hell." I mean, he ought to, if that is true what he does for a living, that's evidence. That's saying what you're gonna do. I mean, you just don't say shit like that online. So we was telling him, "Oh shit, my camera knocked off." That's another thing. My camera angle makes me look tired, by the way. If it is, I'll fix it. What the fuck? Tired. Where the fuck did it get tired? Oh, wait, fix that a little better. Uh, where the, anyway, so that's all we were telling him. But just don't do that. If you go after him verbally, go online, give him shit, talk a lot of shit, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. You want to do that? That was great. We told him to do that. The next thing I know, he changes his fucking name to Hades. Um, then he started going, he started off the stream. He started off like he was, I mean, it's still on his channel now. If not, I've got it. uh, uh, Still on his channel. And you can watch. When he first started the stream, he was like he was in this weird place. As the stream was going on, this is us getting on his ass. Then all of a sudden, about midway through stream, he changes his tone. Just watch that stream, you'll see what I'm saying. That was us on his ass. That's why midstream he changed his tone, as he says it on the stream. We were telling him, stop, don't do that. I mean, if you want to go verbally, that's fine, but don't, that's all that was. Now, fast forward to now, the same thing would still apply. Don't you never take anything personally. It's like right now. That's what I was trying to tell him on live, on his stream. I'm not doing no fucking war. If I would thought I was doing a fucking war on this shit, I'll tell Ron, see you, because I've got nothing against Kingstar. I never had. I love being a part of that community. I was part of that community. I was a moderator for Queens, Lolcow Queens. I mean, I was part of that community. King started mentioning my name several fucking times. Doesn't mean anything, but still, I'm just saying, I'm part of that community. Yeah. So it's nothing personal. The reason why I fucking quit for what, the third fucking time, I'm sure he would roast me on that. Goddamn, would you make your fucking mind which side of the fence you're on, by the way? I'm sure he would say that. But the reason why I quit the third fucking time, because I just had enough of this Voldemort bullshit. Nobody owns my wallet. Nobody owns the green that is in my credit cards, what have you. But the name is that it's in that wallet. Twisted SMF. I spend my fucking money the way I want to fucking spend it. That's why I had enough of that shit. I tap out like a wrestler, 1, 2, 3. I quit. Just I submit. But I had enough of that. But my point is, all the shit talking I do, it's not it's not in a place of hate. It's not in a place of like I tried to attack Keemstar and the LCU. It's it's more of like I critique it. It's more of like I call shit out as I see it, and you take it how you want. I mean, you can take it as gospel, or you can take me on full of shit. That's what the internet is. We all have opinions, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to bury Keemstar. I'm not trying to do anything of that sort. I'm just talking. All I was doing, as I said on Stallion Stream, I'm just keeping this LCU shit separate, so that way it doesn't fuck with my mainstream. I don't want them. People think I'm like this LCU detractor and all that. I don't want that vibe ever on my channel. So that's why when we had our meeting yesterday, and Ron came up with this idea, he would say, "Well, we can do the podcast. That's fine, but hear me out. And let me discuss this idea." And that's when we had Reaper there and a bunch of other people. Well, no, it was just me. Yeah, it was just me and Reaper in that particular moment. Um, so I think it's this Saturday. One of our first. It's going to be me, Reaper, and Ron in our first podcast on the Lolcow Network. It's going to be all three of us. Um, that's going to be the main hub. It's the three of us. We're the three main hosts of the network, and then everybody else, kind of circles around that. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, knocked everybody out. We still help each other out and all that shit. But the three main hosts are those three. So I just wanted to make sure I make that point clear. I'm not doing no fucking war.
I had things built up inside that need to be said. So last night, I wake up and saw that, I'll always support Twisted SMF, and I want everybody to support him. He's a cool dude. I respect him. I'm still, a friend of his. So he came out last night and he stated that they were going to do, Eclipse was coming out with a new network called Lolcow Network, and they wanted me. Claimed.
Okay, I gotta start right there. Actually, brother, when we did our Discord call, you know who the one that brought you up? Me. Because I seen your channel was going nowhere. Nowhere. I did that to help you out. As a friend, I was trying to help you because I figured, well, one, he got wrong with those guys. He never had a chance to clap back because him, he was trying to say, we tell him to shut up. No, we told him to shut up because he was taking it personally. On a personal level, he was attacking the Lolcow Test channel, trying to, get another strike on him. He was trying to, he was doing things on a personal level. He was taking it personally. And that's what we told him not to do. That's all that was. He still could have went verbal, but he checked out. All that, go back, recap on that. Only thing I know is that he went the same, if it's true, Team Stark, I would love to talk to. If it's true, he told me he was gonna go after them, the same people that he did it the first time. When he did it the second time, I guess they made fun of him. They done something. I don't know what happened. It didn't go down the way he thought it would when he went to him the second time. So that mentally checked him out, pissed him off, whatever you want to spin it. That's when he started doing the Hades shit, and he just didn't. He didn't sound right. He sounded like he was in a bad place. And I was trying to tell him as a friend, don't do that. At least online, publicly, tell him you're going to attack his channel. But hell, YouTube will go after because that'd be breaching terms of service. That's what I was trying to tell him. They just, I don't know what it was. I was trying to look out for him. At least I thought I was doing it. But that's all I was trying to say. And it just didn't click, I guess. I don't know. This whole thing is strange.
He was doing his Hades thing, and we should have just left him go. We should have been part of it. We weren't.
When I made that comment, when I say, well, maybe that was a mistake, we should have let him go. I meant with what I'm talking about, what we wanted him to do now, which was go after them verbally, roast them, talk shit about them, blah, 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 blah. That's what I meant. And at least that's what, maybe, I don't know. It's something Reaper will have because Reaper was part of this. So maybe tonight, later on the podcast, she can, or maybe she can comment when I put this video up. She can comment below, on the video and put her side of it. Maybe that might make more sense. I don't know.
I was forced to shut up. So I did. Then on a live chat on somebody else's channel, after I talked to Twisted and I went live, I just told him he'd have my answer. It wasn't a very live show.
What he don't know is that I said this in our Discord chat. I said, I'm not getting much of a response from Stallion. I'm not getting much of a response from Stallion. I'm getting one line answers, very short responses, and you can just tell he's not happy. I have a feeling he's going to tell us all to fuck off. I can show that screenshot. What's that? I said that right before he went live. I know him. I know how he is. I could just tell by the way he types in chat. It's just how his mood is, and he's giving very short, responses. No paragraphs or nothing, or just really, really. You could just tell he's mad. And I said that. So I tell you, I think he's going to tell us all to fuck off.
About a good maybe 8.5, 9 minute show, if that. I went live. Gave my answer. My answer was no. And I'm going to explain why I said no. My answer is no because you guys didn't back me up the first time. that I wanted to do this. That's the first reasoning.
Already explained
Second
that.
reasoning
Oh,
is
shit.
you guys are starting something you can't win. You know, everybody said it was all Stallion's fault. All Stallion, all Stallion. Wanted me to get rid of Hades.
Again, I've got some points to this in a minute. I never wanted him to get rid of Hades. I never wanted you to get rid of Hades. I made you a fucking video to Hades. It's up on my artificially twisted channel. I think I have it up on here too, I think. I made you a video to Hades for you to use. For the- this whole thing is very strange. Um, I didn't care for him doing the Hades thing. I like the damn song. That's why I made him a video to it. It was just the avenue he was going with Hades. That's what I didn't like.
So I did. I had to wait 14 days or whatever the hell the grace period was. So I went back to the Italian Stallion because everybody hated the Hades thing.
All right.
I went,
I'm gonna stop right here and go to another spot of this. But I've got some points. So since we're at the Hades part of this story, let's let's uh let's do a little deep dive here, shall we? All right. Okay, here's the Italian Stallion's channel, right? Okay. If you go back to Hades, that is right here. That is right here. 1 month ago. Got that? 1 month ago. Right here. That's the last stream me and him did. That one there. Uh I forgot what that's about. I think that's when Lolcow Hero about around the first time Hero started, I think. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And then we thought King was gonna fire Gemini for all the shit he did in the past, and King never did. There was no payoff. We thought that was gonna be the payoff, and King started threw us a curveball, and it wasn't a payoff. We was like, "What the fuck?" So that's what that was. And then a day later, um, Nightmare goes on Lolcow Live and giving us shit about the Nightmare Network. It's saying, well, we took his name, and all this stuff. That's when all that started. That was brought to Hades because they called him out again, talking shit about him again, and that's what started this Hades shit. Um, when all that was going on, I brought up about, well, let's just change the name. I don't want to cause any, like I was saying earlier, I don't want to cause any problems. I never even thought of that. That could be compared to him. What's the name of the? Never even crossed my mind. Never even thought of it. And I thought, well, and then Reaper suggested, well, let's change it to Underground Network, and that's what we did, or it was Underground something. Um, so that's what we did. See, then all this blew up. So then now you've got all this shit. Rebirth of the Stallion Show. There's a song there coming soon. And you got another song. No videos, by the way. These are all live streams. I never understood that. No videos. These are all live streams. Um, I don't understand it. So here's another one. Stallion, and I told him to fix this boo boo. Never did. This one here and I told him to fix. Gemini's the one point this out to me. I told him to fix that. Look at it for a minute. 'Cause I ain't gonna say it. So look at it for a minute. It does. If you just scrolling through here, like it's going da 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 da, checking out Stallion, see what's going on with him, and you just scroll through here and you just look and you happen to glance at it and think, wait a minute, that just say, yeah, I told him to change that. He never did. And that's another one here coming back soon. Brand new song, four. Brand new song, Stallion coming back soon. Then all of a sudden here, for 2 streams, all of a sudden he said he wanted to be a preacher. That I'm gonna take my channel. I'm gonna take my channel in a new direction. Which I think that post is still up. I'll get to that part in a minute. But I just want to preface it before I get to the post. Um, so you got all this. He talked about the reason why I'm doing all this because he was saying we held him back. How? How do we hold you back? You had all how many council strings, which I'll get to that in a minute. So how do we hold you back? Uh, there's another one, New Beginnings, the rebirth of the Stallion show. What is Stallion up to? The Italian Stallion show is back. New song. That was 3 weeks ago. All right. Then of course, we said about the Lolcow Network, and he did this. So let's go ahead and play this.
Benvenuti. Senti il ritmo dentro te, questa notte non finirà.
There we go.
Welcome to the Italian Stallion Show. I'm your host, the Italian Stallion. It's been talk tonight about bringing me back somewhere that I just saw. Well, here's my answer. No. I'm not going to join the Lolcow Network. And here's my reasoning. You held me back. You guys are the ones that made me stop coming live. Deal with it. I'm not joining. I want nothing to do with it. Because when I did go off heavy, you guys held me back and left me in a graveyard. Have fun with it. Because you guys are going to create problems. That's all I have to say.
All right. So here is my answer to that. And like I said, I showed this earlier. Talking about Oh. He was talking about holding him back, right? How? He could have came back on his own. Of course, you had to wait for the Hades cooldown. But he still could have ran with the Hades name if he wanted to. Who told him to change? I mean, we didn't tell him to change it back. That was his idea. I can show that to him if I have to. That was his idea to change it back. Now I suggested well, I mean, no, maybe that's not true. I think I might have told him to change it back. That's his identity, and I've given him shit about it. So that might be not might be true. I might have bitched at him about changing the Hades. Yeah, I think I did because that it did make sense. But my point was he still could have ran with it since what I was trying to say is that he already changed it. It was too late at that point because you had to wait 2 weeks for the cooldown to go off, right? So he still could have fucking been. He still could have ran with it if he wanted to, but he chose not to do it because he said, "Well, we held him back and we shut him up." Blah 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 blah. So it was like, well, he took a break for 2 weeks, and then that's what he was doing. That's why he was doing all this to keep his channel alive because he took a break for 2 weeks because he was waiting for the cooldown to come off. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. But at that point, when he came back, that's when he started doing the preacher shit. But again, it goes back to this. We never told you to change your name. Take some accountability. You did that. You the one changed your name to Hades. We didn't ever tell you to do that. We told you to still stay Italian Stallion, and all that. We never told you to change your fucking name. You fucked yourself by doing that. You did. Not us. You did. I mean, I make that point very fucking clear because we never told you to change your fucking name. In fact, it's kind of how you think, and it's coming. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. Yeah, I remember I got on your ass about changing your name. But anyway, let's go back to this. But anyway, what this, and then that's the stream here that I'm showing now is this right here. Okay, let's get to the post. Since you talk about holding him back, right? All right, let's get to the post. This was a recent one, 7 days ago. It's time. Let's go all the way back to what was it, a month ago? Uh, let's see. And I never did see this thing, merchandise store. I never did see that. Um, Trying to think where this would be at. I guess it'd be right here since it says 4 weeks ago. Okay, so that's right around that time, right? So probably this right here. Italian Stallion is coming back. Italian Stallion is coming back this Friday. It's a show no one wants to miss. That was 3 weeks ago. I will not be going live until tomorrow. I have something important to do, but I'll be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Sorry about this. 3 weeks ago, canceled that stream. Here's 7 days ago. It's time. Cancel that stream. Now he has deleted rather. He's talking about taking the show into a different direction and all that. That was this right here. This is another canceled stream that he deleted. He deleted at least set up previews that he's gonna go live at least 5 times. Strike, I'm sure we'll see this video. He'll comment. He told me he unsubbed from him because of this. I hate to call you off strike, but it just the point I could leave. Because I'm not for sure how many, but I know it's at least 5 times he canceled streams. Why didn't? Why did? If you wanted to go after him, as you said, but we wouldn't even do anything with you anymore. Why didn't you do it then? If we were holding you back, you didn't have any when you came when your name came back, which I think was around probably around here 3 weeks ago, probably around that time period when you got your name back. Why didn't you go live and he said so, he keeps saying something. He keeps saying something about a deal he made. And what deal? Um, what deal? Did he personally talk to Keemstar and Keemstar agreed to said deal? What deal? That's my point. What deal? Did you personally in a Discord call talk to Keemstar and say, "Hey, you quit talking about me, quit giving me shit. I'll quit. I'll give you the same respect and quit talking about you." Whatever you were saying. Is- Just going on live and saying, "Hey," making that statement. That's not a deal. That's just you saying you want to. That's just you saying you're doing your end. Now, did they keep up with their end and didn't talk about you anymore after you said that? Yeah. If that's the deal, if that's what you mean by the deal, is that you made a statement on your Hades video, which is what here. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Well, since we're on that subject, see if I can find it. Oh, that's not it. It's the song Hades. Oh, he deleted the stream. Oh, I didn't notice that. Yes, that's the song Hades. The stream itself, he deleted it. I was going to play that. So where's your deal at then? I don't see that stream. That's the deal you're talking about. It did during that video, because at the end of it, you were saying, leave me alone. Da, 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 and you were saying all that. If that's the deal you're talking about, because I don't see anything on Keemstar's end saying of said deal, or you never mentioned it. So where's the deal?
Went the Hades way for one reasoning. I was in a war. I was in a war with certain locale hosts. But thanks to no.
What war? The only thing I seen that happen, Nightmare called us out. The only thing I seen that happen was Nightmare called us out over the Discord shit, talking about, calling it the Nightmare Network, and they started giving you shit again over the same shit they give you, the same shit that they were giving you shit about the first time. They brought all that back up. They were roasting you, making fun of you about, about all that shit again. And I was understood that was agreement of that shit. They were, they supposed to not do that anymore. That was agreement of all that. So they broke that deal, apparently. Um, Talk about deals, if that's the case. Um, what fucking war? There was no war other than that. And then I brought up, well, I don't want that. I said, well, I just changed the name. And Reaper brought up, her underground network thing or whatever we called it. Um, and that was that. That was the end of the discussion. We could have said we could, did a Twisted Stallion show, which we were about to relaunch, by the way. And then all this happened. We was gonna get back together again and do a new show, and that got canceled because of this, the Hades shit. Because he said I quit on him. Yeah, I quit on him because he was going out a path like Padme with Anakin Skywalker. You're going down a path I can't follow. That was say I was Padme. Because he was taking us to a dark place. He was taking it personal. And I was about to get monetized. I was like, I can't be part of this fucking shit. So that's why I left. This whole thing makes no somebody help me because I can't make sense of it.
Back up, and people said, I got to walk away from him. I got to do this and I got to do that. Well, he did. Just quit on me. Would I ever done that to you? No. People say, Stallion, you and Twisted should get back together. You guys were good together. No, we weren't. We always.
That's full of shit. That is full of shit. That is just him and his thieves. He's admitted to me that several times privately. We had, and I can't, I've lost count of how many DMs I would get from people say, you know what? You and Stallion make a good team. And he even said that himself. Is that you and Stallion got good chemistry together. You work well together. How many people have told me that? Now, that being said, that may be true on a public level. Private level, uh-uh. Nope, that is true. Me and him fought all the time. Never got along, and we will. And he'll be the first one to say, I can't stand him. He can't stand me. The reason being is just because we're both stubborn. We both got our ways of doing things. And maybe I'm guilty of that too. Like I've got a certain way I want to do something, then he don't get along, and he don't want to follow along with whatever I want to do. Then I get all defensive and pissed off the same way he does. Maybe I'm guilty of that also. You know, maybe I'm like, well, yeah, let's do it this way because this is the way I want to do it. Then he don't follow along with that. Then yeah, well, maybe we're two peas of the same pod. That's why we never got along. Um, did we work well together? Yeah, everything was good. But the problem of it is, and this is what I was telling Ron, and Ron agreed with me because he said that's the problems he had with Gemini. Uh, you got to be on the same page. You got to keep consistent, even when you don't agree with each other. I'm guilty of it too. He said I quit on him. That's true. I did. But I had my reasons why. It's the same as Ron had his reasons why, him and Jim and I'm taking your side. I always try to be neutral as much as I can. Same with Gemini. Gemini probably had his reasons. If he was here right now, he would say Twisted. The reason why me and Ron never got along was because this, that, and the other thing. So there's reasons why this shit happened. But my point I'm trying to say is the reason why the Twisted Stallion show never took off, and I'm to blame. I'm taking responsibility for it, bro. I'm just as guilty. But the reason why it never took off is because we were not consistent. We did not stream all the fucking time. We had to be going go, 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 push, 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 go, 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 go. And we did try that. We give it a hell of a run. We give it a hell of a try. That's one reason I don't like his camera view because I hit my camera stand. My foot hits it. There, I can move it a little bit more. My foot hits it. That's why I don't. That's why I don't like that camera view. But anyway, that's why the Sister Stallion show really never could get going because we start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. That was why, and I'm just I admit it. I'm just as guilty of it.
Bumped off each other, yeah. But behind the scenes, it wasn't. I don't want anything to do with the Lolcow Network because you guys are going to start a war that you cannot win.
Now, go to that. I'm gonna do a lot of this flip flopping, so I hope I remember to switch it back each time. It's a lot easier when you're doing it. That's my roots. Is doing what I'm doing now is making videos. So hopefully I could. I remember better because I'm focused on the video. I'm not watching chat. I'm not doing other things. So I'm focused on the video. So I only fucked up one time. So hey, yeah, man, better than I normally do. Huh? But anyway, oh shit. Are we starting the war with the LCU? I'm not. I want to make that clear to Ron right now. I'm not. I'm just doing the same shit that I always did before, but the only difference is I'm just taking it to another channel because I don't want to offend people that likes this channel. That way, people might sub to me, might like this, talking about Stallion, or they might like my gaming streams or what have you, whatever few views and stuff, things that I get. He was saying that earlier. "Oh, how's that working out for you?" Well, yeah. I mean, I don't get that money. If I did it for the fucking views and I did it for the fucking money, dipshit, I wouldn't be doing it. Duh. You're like a Naked Gun, and everybody went like that. Yeah, duh. If I did it for the views and the money, I wouldn't be doing this shit because I ain't making no money. I ain't making no views. So, but getting back to that now, Ron has some legit beef. Legit? Is that a word? Legit beef with Lolcow Hero. And it's justifiably so. I thought what Christina said was very uncalled for. I thought that was very fucking shitty. There is no joke in that. There is no humor in that. Now, have I made a comment like that in the past with former bosses of mine? Yeah, I've been damn guilty of that. I'd shit on that motherfucker's grave. If I pass on that damn thing, I'd take my fucking cock out and just piss all over that mother. Yeah, I've had anger issues when it comes to former bosses I had when I used to work for Pepsi. Yeah, I'm guilty. I can't give Christina shit for making the comment because I'm guilty of it. I've done it, but you have to learn and grow. You can't make a comment like that. That's just very disrespectful. That is regardless of how mad you are at somebody, you shouldn't make a comment like that. So Ron has a legitimate beef. He's got beef with Gemini. He's got beef with Keemstar. So if somebody's starting a war with LCU, yeah, I could say you could probably call Ron. Probably that's what he's. But it's again, he's gonna have to clarify this tonight if he comes up tonight on the stream. He's going to say, "No, I'm not wanting to start a war. I'm just." He said this earlier in our Discord call, and I believe him. I think that's what he's wanting to do. He said, "No, I'm not starting a war. I just want to be a pain in his ass. I just want to be a thorn in his fucking side. I just want him. I want it. I want. I think it's pretty much how what he wants to do. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. He said, "I just want to be like a goddamn fly that's buzzing around his fucking head, and it won't goddamn go away." No matter where he go, I've seen Ron somewhere, just he just wants to be a nuisance. He just wants to be a pest. And that's why he came up with this idea. He just wants to fuck with Kingstar and bust his balls. That's really it. Now, he can correct me if I'm wrong. If he tells me who's no, I say, no, no, hell no, I want a war. I'm going after. I don't think so. As far as I know, there's no fucking war. We're just doing this shit just to fuck with the LCU.
The last time I streamed, I said I was making a deal with certain people over at Lolcow Universe. And I did.
Okay. That is what he meant then. Okay. But
And when I make a deal, I keep my word.
But like I said earlier though, the said deal you deleted. That stream is not there now. You deleted that stream. At that if that's the deal with what you mean. At the end of that Hades stream, you made that deal. Well, that deal is not there now. You deleted that stream.
You want to start a war with the LCU, you go right ahead. Because the LCN, or whatever you call yourselves, you're starting a problem and a headache you just don't want.
There is some truth to that. It wouldn't surprise me if some of that shit, like I talk stuff and I'm talking shit about the LCU, and say like I said something that Keemstar didn't like or another host didn't like. All of a sudden I'm talked about over there and they're giving me shit. Then that audience is coming over to my audience. But it's happened before. In my chat and in Stallion chat and the Twitch of Stallion Show chat. It's happened before. Even like with Becky, when all that shit was with Becky, Becky's fans were coming into Twitch of Stallion show chat and was popping in there and we're having to ban them or time them out or blah 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 blah. So there is some truth to that. I mean, what am I walking myself into? You're right. But that's a risk of any comment, any creator. When you're talking shit about somebody, you run the risk of them replying to you and talking just equal amount of shit back to you about you. Like if you're talking shit about them, they have just as much of the equal right to talk shit about you. That's how the internet works. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a possibility that that could happen. But I hope that some of the hosts watched me enough to know I'm just talking shit. It's not personal. It's not like I genuinely hate that person. I'm just talking about what I see online and I'm giving my opinion on it. That's all I'm doing. Now, Ron can, and it's like Reaper. Reaper's getting in on this shit now, which I was shocked with that. Reaper getting in on this shit. Even Chumba Queen, she got her own channel, Lolcow Queens with a Z. That alone, her calling her channel Lolcow Queens will drive King fucking nuts. Because she's calling it Lolcow Queens. Yeah, that's gonna drive King. There's another channel we got. Who's doing that one? I'm not sure who's doing that, but we got another channel called Lolcow Rewinds. It's got a Z on it. Lolcow Rewinds, and that's gonna be like Lolcow Rewind. It's just gonna be like if you don't give a fuck and you just want to just like, no, I can't keep all that shit, and you just subscribe to one show. That's what Lolcow Rewind will be. Will be just like a clip channel, and you just watch that, and you can keep up with most everything from that. It'll be like a clip. I think it's gonna be like a clip channel. Um, trying to think. Scott Goad has got a channel, Lolcow Goad or Lolcow Golden. I think that's what it's called. Every channel's got Lolcow in the name. Like with Stallion, I already made him the graphics for it. What I told him to do was I told him to make a new channel on his account and call it Lolcow Stallion. and I made him a banner and a logo, that he could use if he wanted to. So that way, because the way I looked at it, because I thought, as I was saying earlier, I thought this would be a great opportunity for him because his channel was going nowhere. He hadn't streamed in over a month. I thought, well, he can do this Lolcow Stallion. I was thinking of him. I was trying to be a friend. I thought, well, he can do this Lolcow Stallion show, get fans back from that. And at the same time, those fans would transcribe into his personal channel. So it was to me, it was like a win-win. Now he's talking about a war. Now, if he went after Grim and Nightmare, for him, yeah, it would be. Because for some reason they have a huge hate boner for Stallion. I don't know what it is or what he's done to them, but for some reason they call him out on shit, and they'll even talk about him on Lolcow Test, on Lolcow Gay. I mean, though some reason they'll talk about him for some. He's done something that pissed them off. I have yet figured out what something was. So I don't know. I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier of when when he was wanting to go after them for the second time, and that didn't work out for whatever reason. It didn't go the way he wanted to. And at the end of that Hades stream, he sounded defeated, like, and he even said that in the stream, like, "Okay, I tap out, you won." That's what he's talking about with this deal. He said, "I tap out, you won. Just leave me alone. I won't talk about you anymore. Don't talk about me." Blah blah blah. If that's what he's talking about, that's the end of that stream. At that very same stream where he start off gung ho, all Hades, da da da, and then midway he started changing his tone. Then at the end of the stream, he changed his tone and said, just leave me alone. That's the deal he's talking about." Yeah, it's so I think it's what it goes back to that. He just don't want a part of fucking with them. I think that's if you go back to the core of all this, yeah, he just don't want to fuck with them, period.
The last time I streamed, I stated, "You stop talking about me, and I'll shut up about you." And that's what's happened. They didn't even talk and said a word about me. And the reason why I wasn't streaming is because of you guys.
Not true.
You
Okay.
guys turned
Damn
your
it.
back on me.
Yeah, I did it. Fuck.
But then when I didn't do what you wanted, I was the evil prick. Well, now you brought me out. Does this mean Italian Stallion's going to stream again? I don't know.
All right, now I want to talk about this. At first, the part of this stream, he was leaving it open, right? Right here, it just said, "I don't know. I might come back, or I might do this." Or he was leaving it open. At the end of this stream, he puts his cowboy hat on and says, "Later." Hell, so it's like, did you change your mind right during that stream? And he's like, "You know what? Fuck it." And right during the heat of the moment, that's when you decided that. I don't know. This, I mean, nobody told him to quit. Nobody. Well, hell, I mean, nobody told him to quit. I even made this fucking video, and everybody loved it. I'll get this in editing. I even made this video, and everybody loved it.
Are you ever gonna stream, dude? Are you just happy with people being upset with you? Shut up, man. I've been very busy. Doing what? Running for Congress? Man, you're lucky I like you. You do not stream. I am all you got.
And everybody loved it, thought it was funny as hell. Even one of my biggest shit talkers in my chat, Krypton. He's one of my biggest shit talkers. So at the same time, he trolls me and fucks with me, shit. He'll come in my chat and stuff. He's one of my biggest shit talkers, and even he commented on the video and thought it was funny. So I never told you to stop streaming. Yeah, like all this shit doing all this. You did all that.
But what I'm asking nicely, you can take it as you wish. I'm done. If I join anything, you'll know where I go. It won't be the Lolcow Network. It will not be Eclipse. If I decide, because I'm not banned, I made a deal, and my deal is golden. If I decide to, which I haven't made a decision yet, I will go back to Lolcow Universe.
Now I gotta say that because we always had a problem in this this thing called the English language, and that's just not worded correctly. When you say go back to Lolcow, go back to LCU, the way you're phrasing it, you're saying it as if you're going back to LCU as a host. That is the way you're phrasing it, as if Keemstar is interested in you and wants to bring you over as an intern on a something show or whatever. That's what you're implying. That's what the way it's phrased and the way it's worded. That because I asked two people in Discord just a while ago. Was it just me or am I wrong in something that both of them said no, we're not interested in him as a host. So when you say this, you mean as a fan. Because he would do this. He said, "Well, you're still on LCU." I say, "No, I'm not. I'm not an intern. I'm not a host. I'm there as a fan. I'm still in the Discord. I still talk in the chats. I still donate. So I'm sort of part of the community. But I'm not in the LCU. I'm just a fan." And that's what he would do. We have this argument all the fucking time. When you're saying that, that's what that implies. And I've asked two actual people that would know, and both of them said, "Not that I'm aware of."
They kept their word. I kept my word. And you guys just saying we and we really want him, meaning me, I don't want any part of it. You didn't have my back before. Why would I trust you now?
All right, let me get to that. When the thing with Hades happened, he brought that up several times. Y'all didn't have my back before, so again, That was your fault. Reaper. She's gonna have to. I guess she's gonna have to talk about this because kind of involves her in a way. Um, and she's wanting to get into that shit. Maybe she can make a video about. I'll show because she did. She's like saying don't know how to make a video. So maybe that's what she can do. She can say her side of all this in a video to get her channel launched. That'd be good. Something you can do for your channel, Reaper. Lolcow Reaper. Um, she told him, "Don't do the personal shit. Don't go online saying all this shit." We actually said that in the Discord call. I wish I had it recorded so I could play it. I said, well, if you want to go and attack them, online, give them shit, roast them, talk shit about them, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. We don't care about all that. We don't care about any of that. But don't go personal. That's just a no-no in so many different levels. That's all we told him not to do. And then he's trying to spin this and say we held him back. We never held him back once. We didn't give a shit about the Hades shit. Well, only thing I give a shit about the Hades shit was him changing his name to Hades. That was the only thing I give them shit over was that. Have mercy. Anyway, Reaper, yeah, that's what you ought to do. And I'll show you how to do what I'm doing now. I'll show you how to do it. And then you can make a video on your Lolcow Reaper channel doing the same thing what I'm doing right now.
Guys did nothing but pretty much put me in a grave, like I said earlier last night. He's put me in a grave and he walked away from me. That's what you did, not me.
I did not. I still stayed in the Discord and underground, whatever the hell it was called. I still stayed in the Discord. I was still in the Officer chat until I left the Officer chat. The reason why I left the Officer chat because there were no need for it. And this is one of the things that he got very offended over. He said that in the Discord call. He got very offended at him. I just got a hornet nest or a wasp's nest by my door, or playing wasps around. I must got outside my door and they're coming in the house. I kept saying several times, and I guess first several times, I guess he kind of looked just, and then finally about the fifth or sixth time I said it, and even his girlfriend got into them Discord call, and she started, chiming in with her opinion, getting very offended about it also. And I kept saying, the Discord is dead. Everybody left. Um, Several people, left and went off and did their own thing, or they just left altogether and went back to Gemini. Everybody's left. I just kept saying this Discord is dead. It's dead. It's dead. It's not active. It's not doing anything. Blah 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 blah. And he get on that very same Discord of that very same all that shit. And then he started getting all pissed off when I kept calling it dead. And then his girlfriend got on that I guess grabbed his microphone and and then just started going off on me with the same damn thing. And it was dead. And everybody else that was in the Discord call said like he said, "Well, it is dead. So what are you getting all the fits about?" I think it was Omni Wolf said that. Said it's dead. What are you getting all the fits about? Um, so I've never left him. I only left the damn officer chat because I just didn't think there was no need for it. And then come a day later or a day or two later, then he turns around and he deletes the whole damn Discord. If me being there was an issue, like I said before, if me being there because I went off with Ron, I would have done that. If me being there was an issue, because I wouldn't have wanted him to deleted the Discord, I'd have been like, yeah, that's fair. I agree with that. I would have politely left the server just so he had the sole ownership of the Discord, since I wasn't doing nothing not longer with it. Because I thought that wasn't fair to the very few people that were in there. That wasn't fair to them. That still took the time in there and chat and hung out and all that stuff. That wasn't fair to those people. because he was all up in his feces and pissed off at me. He deletes the whole damn Discord. That's him. It just he doing a lot of this shit, spinning things to where, when I try to take responsibility for it, I'll take responsibility for it. If I fucked up, I'll tell you so. I'll be the first one to tell you if I thought I fucked up. And there's a lot of this shit that's, I don't know. Somebody help me with it because I'm like, Lord help me. That's how I feel right now. The hell? Oh, there we go.
And I'm not going to feel sorry for that. I made a deal with certain hosts over there. They heard me. I kept my word. They kept their word. And I consider it a closed deal. A deal is a deal in my book. Do I want to get into a war with them? No. I have no reasoning to. You guys may have some kind of gripe and bitch and moan about it. I don't. All I got to say is I wish everybody the best over in Eclipse. I have friends that are over there. I want nothing to do with it. You guys are going to start a war you cannot win.
Not
Take it
starting a
from me.
war, as far as I'm concerned. And again, I
If you
think
look
it
at your channels now,
dates back to the Haiti shit. That's why he feels this way.
how's that going for you?
I already addressed that. That was just a cheap shot because he's in his feces.
And it's kind of funny how certain people didn't want to be in part of this, and all of a sudden they're on a bandwagon. It just makes me laugh inside. Because
If that's referring to me there, pal, go back and check my streams. I was doing this shit even before the fucking network started. Every now and again, I thought I had an opinion I wanted to share, like I did past couple Mondays. Uh, and it wasn't. And if you go back and look at the tone of said streams, was I starting a war? No, I just was stating my opinion. Look at the stream titles. One that I did was, "Bruh, what's going on? What are you doing?" I was sharing my opinions. Like, what are you doing with just with all the shit? That's all I was doing, just sharing my opinion. I wasn't shitting on Keem. I even said that I think probably in the streams. I'm not trying to shit on Keem. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying my opinion as a fan watching this shit. What are you doing? And then all this shit with Gidgy happening, and then all this shit with Gidgy happened, and I was like, okay, fuck, that's it. I finally had enough. Just I'm tired of this shit. Okay, King's starting out now. He's got a problem with somebody else I like, and now I was kind of I didn't even get involved with Lolcow Hero anymore. I didn't get involved with Gidgy's show anymore. I didn't get involved with a lot of those shows because I was doing this shit with Ron. But Ron's Voldemorted. Well, I thought, well, fuck, probably I'm Voldemorted too, or at least I'm gonna get shit for being in there because I'm in Ron's network. So that's why I stayed away. Um, I did that for everybody's benefit, besides myself, with me just stay away so I don't cause any problems. That's why I didn't donate anymore. I finally just last week, um, Jim and I called me out and said, "Thank you, Twisted," and he laughed when my comment, and I said, "I know I'm late. It is what it is." Because he knew I owed him some subs because he donated to me for when I the first night I got monetized on that stream. Jim and I popped in my chat and donated some subs, and that was nice of him to do that. He didn't have to do that, so I thought, well, it's only right, that I reciprocate the favor, and then but I didn't do it for like a month because I was over here with Ron. And I didn't want to put him in a bad position, like I'm over there talking in chat donating and all this shit when I'm doing all this shit with Ron. It would just put him in a bad position because he'd be like, Like, I'm gonna have to ban Twisted. I don't want to do that, but I'm gonna have to because he's over with Ron. I didn't want to put him in that spot. That's just not fair to him. Because I do consider, even though Ron and Gemini are not getting along right now, but I do still consider Gemini a friend. And I didn't want to do that to him, so I just stayed away. It's like I got this. The best thing for me to do is just stay the fuck away. That way I don't cause them fucking problems. But I'm not trying to start a war with Keemstar Stallion. I'm just doing the same shit I always did before. I'm just keeping my shit separate. That's all I'm doing. Period.
Because when I heard this, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Now you want to be part of this? You want me to be involved in this? No. If
And
Twisted and I have
again,
something good, yeah.
he's not looking at the bigger picture of this. And again, I think it dates back to the Haiti shit. That's why he feels this way. Has nothing to do with us. This is a projection. It has nothing to do with us at all. I don't think this has anything to do with the Lolcow Network, me, Ron, Reaper, anybody. I don't think it has anything to do with any of us. It's just a projection, but it dates back to all this Haiti shit, and he just don't want no part of them. I would have respected that more if him saying all that. That, hey, listen, I appreciate it, but I did this deal with him. I just don't want no part of them, dude. Uh, it's just too much fucking hassle. You know, I may, but rather than try to spin this and put this off on us, dude, it makes you look bad. It'd have been more better for you just come out and said that than what you're doing right now. I'm trying to be brutally honest with you as a friend. It'd been better. It'd have been more better to say, dude. I said I don't want no part of it because I didn't, did that. But try to spin this on us. It's not a good look, brother. It's not a good look.
At one point, can we work together? Hell no. Will I always still be his friend? Yes. I have nothing against the guy. He's never done me dirty. Except for quit on me.
I quit on you because I ain't getting into that again.
Have I ever quit on him? No.
I never give you a reason to.
Always had his back.
That's why I never.
Even if he was in the wrong, still had his back because that's what a partner does.
I never shitted on
It's
him. I
called
never talked
loyalty.
shit about him. Yeah. I made that video, but that's just
Something
me
you
busting
can't
busting his
buy.
balls. There's a lot of difference. Shit like the shit Grim and Nightmare does. That's not busting anybody's balls. That's not roasting somebody. Well, I guess you could call it roasting somebody, but it's going one step farther. It's like high school bullying. It's like you're bullying them to the point where you want them to just delete themselves off the internet, which is what worked here with Stallion. The way Graham and Nightmare were doing it, this is the result. That's what I'm trying to say. You're pushing somebody to the point where they wanted to split the fucking internet because they're tired of your shit. That's it's one thing to talk shit about somebody and critique somebody what they're saying, but doing what you all were doing. There's a huge fucking difference on that. Like it's like what I'm doing right now. I'm not talking shit about Stallion. I'm not making fun about Stallion. I'm just reacting to this video and doing my side of it. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
And to get back to Twisted SMF, which I know you're probably watching,
I started talking from here.
you look very tired, brother. Every time I see you on your live, you look tired. You look drained.
Why would again? I said that earlier. Do I look tired? No, I'm not energetic. I like I was saying. I'm not a person that sits there and go, "Oh yeah, let's fucking go." Well, yeah, but we're gonna kick ass on this Resident Evil game tonight, and I'm gonna. God damn. Whoa, and I'm gonna kick that person's ass, and we're gonna yeah, I'm not an animated person. I don't kick it up a notch. Yeah, that's true. You got a point to that. But do I look fucking tired? Answer, ask me that in the comments. If I do, I'll change it. I didn't know I look tired.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh shit.
I barely talked to Twisted. It's also sad that if this was talked about, why didn't anybody reach out to me?
Ask Ron, ask Reaper. I did not have the fucking time. I said that in the goddamn stream earlier, yesterday. I was busy from the fucking time of 9 o'clock all the fuck way up to like 15 minutes, like 7:30, 7:45, whatever time it was. I mean, it was literally right before stream started that I got done because I had to make the Lolcow Twisted channel. I had to make all the graphics for that. I had to make the Lolcow Network channel and all the graphics for that. I had to set other shit up. The reason why I was doing that because Ron, he was busy making other people. He was making Jumbo's channel. He was making Scott Go's channel. He was making the Rewinds channel. And when Ron was busy also. Reaper, she was doing all her shit. Nobody had time to reach out to you. We didn't have time to do it. We had just announced the network, and I figured I'd bring you up while I was doing my stream. I didn't have time to talk to you yet. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I should have held off on that and waited till after the announcement. And then privately, after I'm in the end of my stream, maybe that's when maybe privately after I ended the stream, maybe that's when I should have talked to you, about it. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I'll take some responsibility for that. Maybe I shouldn't even mentioned you at all, and then waited till after the network and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't get a chance to talk to you yet." Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'm a little bit blamed for that. But yeah, that's the reason. No, I mean nobody had the time to yet. That's why nobody reached out to you yet. 'Cause we all were busy setting up all the shit for the people that were already there. We had to get them started.
But I reached out to Twisted and said, you may want to watch my live after I saw that. I'll always have respect for Twisted. He was my partner in crime. He was my co-host.
I was just trying to be a
He was a
friend,
brother
trying to help him out a little bit. But that's all the
that
thanks
I
I get, I guess.
never had, and I respect. But when you have two bulls in a china cabinet, it kind of don't work.
Get that wall super. As long as it leaves me alone, is all right.
So answer me this. Why would I be loyal now when none of you were? All because I went on a deep end and forced to shut up. I can't be part of this, da 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 da. But now you are. Now, what I don't understand is why are you guys choosing which shows to attack?
I'm hoping we didn't get a chance. And again, it goes back to what I fucking said earlier. Holy Christ in heaven. We didn't get a chance to make a fucking stream to talk about it. I was going to wait until next weekend to start talking about it. But Ron went to go ahead and told me to start announcing it and start talking about it to get the interest up, to get people to go ahead and start subbing, to get on the channel, get all the people's channels because we all got to get 1,000 subs so we all can redirect. And no, he just wanted to get the ball rolling. That's all that was. So we didn't have a chance to make it stream. So hopefully, I didn't have put my preview up yet because I had to fucking do this. So hopefully on my stream tonight, which I'm going to change it up a bit. I think I'm going to stream Project Epoch, and I'll explain to that later on that stream. I'm gonna start playing it again. Um, so hopefully Ron and Reaper, that all of them will come up on my channel, and we'll talk about it for like an hour, of my stream, and we'll all discuss it with all this shit's going. Because I don't want to say something wrong. You know, the critique of why doing separate channels, like Chumbo's doing Lolcow Queens, and and all that. I think it's because they just want to focus on one channel. And again, I'm just shooting from the hip. I'm just going from what I think I know. Uh, they just want to focus rather than covering it. It's like, for example, Ron. All Ron is shit talking. He just shit talking Lolcow Hero. That's all he's doing. He did that last night. And that's all he's doing. He's just going to be a shit talker to Lolcow Hero and just be a thorn up their ass. that's that's his go. That's all he wants. There's no war. There's not going to be a war if I have anything to say about it, because I'm still a fan of the LCU. I only left because of the little gnome. That's the only reason why I left, because of this damn Voldemort shit. I had enough of it, and I couldn't even really. I was locked, as I discussed this earlier. I was locked as a fan. I couldn't even fucking go into people's chats. I couldn't even fucking donate. I couldn't fucking do anything because Ron's Voldemort, and I didn't want to cause any problems. I'm still a fan. Like I was mentioning about Project Epoch. Just because I don't play Blizzard's version of WoW anymore doesn't mean I don't love World of Warcraft. I still love it. It was my bread and butter. It was my favorite game, and I played the damn game for almost 20 years. But just because it's like an old girlfriend, just because I don't love her anymore, don't mean I'm still not going to talk about her. Yeah. So it's the same thing with Project Epoch. I'm going to start playing that again. Um. So I'm gonna get on a tangent about that again. Holy shit! I want to get to the damn thing. Get through this video. We're only like what? We're halfway through.
Made a deal. And that's been held up. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Why would I attack them now?
That's a fair point. I mean, yeah. I mean, all that shit said and done is over what, a month ago, 2 months ago. Yeah, well, over a month ago when all that happened. So why do it now? I mean, yeah, but again, it goes. Has nothing. This is, in my opinion. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but to me, this feels like a projection. It has nothing to do with any of us. Goes back to that damn shit with Grim and Nightmare. When he tried to go after him a second time and it failed, and he felt defeated, and he just don't want nothing to do with them or la 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 la. It's really that. It has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not blaming the 5 canceled streams on you.
Just when
That
I
is
started
on me.
Just when I started talking shit, because he brought me up into chat, or brought me up on the stream, mentioned me by name. So I was like, well, all right, that's how we want to be. I can play ball too.
But how could I come back from what you did to me? And I even stated, I hate this. I hate doing what I have to do to please everybody. But I did.
And that stream is deleted now.
And what happened next? Everybody was gone.
Or unless you put it on private.
Disappeared. And then Italian Stallion was standing there pretty much.
And what is all this shit? I'm just gonna call it out. What is all this shit talking in the third person? What are you, The Rock? Well, The Rock says, know your damn role and shut your mouth. I mean, are you the fucking Rock, Stallion? Say me, myself, or something. Don't. What is this third person shit?
By himself. Is Italian Stallion going to stream anymore? I don't know. But I
And again, I don't know. By the way, again, I don't know.
figured this had to be up in an opening. I don't know if I'm going to stream again. This may be my final stream forever. I haven't decided.
Maybe
But
again.
what I
I
do
haven't
know is I
decided.
have things that I'm doing on my own.
I have a mean joke. Everybody ain't gonna say it. I already said it before.
And I'm enjoying that. So this may be my last stream. This may not be my last stream. I had no intentions of coming back originally.
He made a post, and that post was deleted. But he made a post that he's walking away from the internet, walking away from YouTube. He wished the best of all my future endeavors, and good luck to you all and all that. And he's quitting. He's leaving the YouTube and all that. He made a post to that about a month ago. Of course, that post is now deleted. In fact, I might still have a
I was
screenshot.
happy to be offline.
I'm sure I got it. I'm sure I sent
What
it
could
in
I
the
do?
Discord call. I'd have to go back and find it. I'm sure.
Be
I'm
like
sure I've
everybody
got
else,
it.
play games.
I know I
Nah,
have.
that's boring
I
as
just have to go back
hell.
and find it.
People don't want to see that. Talk about drama. For what? There ain't no drama. It's all stupid shit anyway.
Well, I agree. I mean, the shit yesterday in Boogie's house for goddamn Kalo, what the fuck his name? That shit was scripted as hell. That's the shit. That's the shit that I critique on. It's like, he just happened to be in the fucking closet. That's the shit I'm talking about. It's scripted as hell. I just quit insulting my fucking intelligence.
So, like I said, I made a deal. I'm leaving it at that. I kept my word. They kept their word. I'm not talking
A deal has been deleted. The stream's been deleted.
about the LCU. I don't give a damn about the LCU. Like I said, if I join anything, it will be the LCU. And obviously, people know how I feel about the LCU. So, obviously, I'm not joining the LCU. I'm not joining anything.
That made no sense.
And I like it that way. I support who I want. And I really don't give a damn about the drama bullshit. I like what I'm doing. I like where I'm headed in my life. But as a friendly advice, I don't understand why you're attacking the LCU anyway. They're boring as hell. The only ones they really watch the shit is the ones that are actually in the LCU.
It's a pretty well-known thing, and I think even Keemstar's scared of it. But now he's threatening to shut down like 12 channels of the universe because he knows I'm pretty sure he knows once he leaves, the LCU is done. I think he even admitted it once I played that the other day that I'll just rebuild it, you know. So I think he even knows once he goes that all these channels are going to self destruct. Because I mean, you get right down to it. You get right down to it, and you have to go back, and it's been well documented. Team is the glue that keeps the LCU together. As much as he is the cause of a lot of the fights and a lot of the crash outs and all that, that is true. That is a good point. Somebody's starting to say, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I know somebody's gonna say that right out when I made that comment. That is true. But at the same token, if you flip the coin, he's also the thing that keeps it together. Keeps people from fucking leaving and quitting. Once team is gone, that element is gone. If he's having nothing to do with it, and he said, "I don't give a fuck. Talk to Boogie, talk to Steak, talk to Yo Mama. I don't give a fuck. I'm on my break. Fuck off." That's his attitude for 3 months. Yeah, it's going to self destruct and it's going to self implode. Yeah, and it's not going to be pretty.
Nobody else watches it. Nobody really gives a damn. So this may be my last stream altogether because I'm happy without being online. I'll still support certain people. Twisted SMF is in the live chat. I'll still support him. I'm still a friend of his. And I wish him and Life with Ron with their new podcast.
And then again, goes back to what I was saying before. I'm not shit talking Stallion. And maybe I am to a degree, but I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean spirited. The only reason why I'm kind of remotely a little bit because he called me out here on stream by name. I'm just gonna let him be, let him talk, and let him vent. But since he wants to bring me up and that's the other thing, well, then I got to respond.
I'll watch it. But I know the outcome of that.
And again, there is no podcast with me with Ron. That has changed now. Ron doesn't want to do that because he wants to focus on Lolcow Hero. And actually, the other day, and I mentioned this on stream, Ron messaged me and asked me, "Do I still talk to you?" And I said, "No." I said, "We barely talk to each other. We basically want nothing to do with each other now." And that's when he brought up about the podcast. He said, "I'm still not sure if I want to do that yet, but I have an idea. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow." That's what he said in that DM. And I was just wondering maybe you and Stallion get back together and do it to a Stallion show again. And I said, "No." I said that we started to do it again, and that's when all that Haiti shit started. But we was gonna do it that following month, and that shit, the Haiti shit, blew up over a weekend. Then the following Monday, we was going to stream to a Stallion show. That got canceled because everybody got pissed off at each other. And I left, and all that. So Ron was even thinking about you then. I think Ron wanted you back in the Eclipse Network, but because of certain factors, it never happened.
But they'll still got my support. So, like I said, a deal's a deal. I made a deal with Lolcow Universe. They stopped talking about me. I wouldn't even say anything about them, and I haven't, and they haven't. So that's how I feel about that. Me attacking certain people, I'm not doing.
And again, he keeps bringing up this fucking deal. Deal, 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 deal. You deleted that stream.
I don't see the point in it. Talk about them. Why? I don't watch.
I mean, yeah, you got a point. Talking about him, why? I mean, it's been a month and a half later, and all that happened. What's the point now? That's a good point. I mean, I agree with that. But again, like I said, your channel was going nowhere. I was trying to throw you a bone and help you out as a friend. I thought, well, that took off, and then they started going after him again like that. That'd be a shitload of views coming your way because they're attacking you. Everybody be coming to your channel and checking you out, and then if that fucking popped off, your personal channel would have took off too. At least I thought I was trying to help him out. Maybe I'm the prick.
For shit anyway. I get free gifted memberships to them, and I don't watch it. Really, the only one I do watch, though, I will say this, is Yo Mama. I think he's pretty funny. I think he keeps it real. He's not afraid to talk. Not afraid to pull out the carpet on people. No, it's not worth it. I made a deal, and I'm keeping the deal. I'm not getting back at anybody.
What the fuck is he? Who the hell's the host of Let's Make a Deal? Monty. Well, so what is he running the new version of Let's Make a Deal? What's in door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3?
There's no reason for it. I don't watch them. I don't care. But I'll watch Yo Obama because I think he's funny as hell.
Yo Mama's the only talent they got left in the fucking LCU. He's funny. He's fucking hilarious.
He keeps it real.
If I still watch any LCU, because I've been going over there now that I don't give a fuck about this Voldemort shit. King can kiss my ass. If I support any channel right now, it's Lolcow Pit, because I have been over there and talking. So if I support any channel, yeah, right now it's Lolcow Pit.
But when I make a deal, I make a deal. And I'm not going to change my deal. So I wish everybody the best. Like I said, if I join anything,
God, it takes them so long to get to the point.
and everybody knows how I feel about that certain
I'd
platform,
I'd put this on fast forward.
I'll rejoin the LCU, and I'm never doing that. So I'm not joining nothing. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy what I'm doing.
You gotta rephrase. You can't rephrase. You can't phrase it that I'm rejoining the LCU. You're not a host.
And the reason why I canceled 5 streams in a row is because I was pretty much giving up on the online crap. Just had no energy to do it. Didn't really care to do it.
Now, I called him out on this because it was last week in my stream, because he was responding to that AI video that I made. He said, "Oh, I've been streaming, but I've been streaming on 4 different platforms. I just haven't been streaming on YouTube." And then right here, he said, "That's why I haven't been streaming." I'm going to rewind that. But he made that comment. I've been streaming on 4 different platforms. I called him out on this one. I'm going to rewind that.
Just had no energy to do it. Didn't really care to do it.
He's on 4 different platforms.
I'm only doing this one show. Explain my reasoning why I'm not joining anything. I'll still support people that I watch. And I agree with that, Twisted. You shouldn't have to be told who to support, who not to support. It's your money. I don't blame you. That's how I am. I support whoever the hell I want. I'm just saying that you look tired. Many streams, you just look drained. I don't know. Maybe it's just the camera angle. Maybe it's just me.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
how I looked hard.
But you did look tired.
I'm just not an energetic
I'm
person.
just saying.
Maybe that's it.
But I do agree with the whole Voldemort bullshit is a little ridiculous, but it is what it is. I don't support people that are dumb. And I don't support people that, act like airheads. Guess the way of putting it. So as everybody sees, the Italian Stallion is alive and well. I am doing things on my own. I got things going on in my life, IRL, that I'm very proud of, that I've been working very hard for.
And again, I got a joke there, but I've already made that joke. I ain't gonna make it again.
And I believe this will be my last stream. Quite some time. You may not see the Italian Stallion for at least a year, maybe longer.
And again, the same thing. The only reason why I'm making this video is because of this video here, or this live stream here. He called me out by name, said shit, said some things. So I had to reply because he put it out there. I had to respond. It was. I mean, sometimes you can take that as what they call rage bait, or some kind of bait just to get you to respond. Which I can see that a little bit, but sometimes I obviously see it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to respond to that. You just try to piss me off, so I'll respond. Which that's happened to me a few times. So yeah, you could consider that, but again, I'm just responding to this because, and I haven't even talking about you at all up to this point. So like again, I'll do the same. I ain't gonna talk after this. I'm not talking about ever. I won't even bring you up ever again. Um, but I thought this would be a great opportunity. I could just stuff with Lolcow Network. I thought this would be a great opportunity for you. It's time, if you forget back in the swing of it, that way you can get some eyes back on you and build a new audience. Blah 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 blah. I thought this would be a hell of an opportunity for you to make a comeback, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I got some things that are going very well in my life, and it's worth it. It's worth everything that I do. Well, like I said, Twisted, I do respect you. Thank you for mentioning me, but no, I'm not going to join the Lolcow Network. I made a deal, and I'm keeping my deal. And that was my last stream I ever made. A deal was a deal. Now, you may see that I put some music on.
The reason why I haven't been talking about you, dude, is because you hasn't been streaming. There is that. You haven't done a stream since that stream. That's why he wasn't talking about you.
My channel to keep my channel still alive. But that's about all you're going to probably see, if anything. So this will be my last stream for quite some time. I did one earlier. I'm doing, which was like about 9 minutes long. If that, I felt everybody deserved a reason why I wasn't joining anything. That's because I look at a bigger picture. My life doesn't revolve around the internet no more. And I'm sorry for that.
Why would you be sorry for that? Makes no sense.
I was. And then I stopped.
That's where I caught him out. I said, you said before you were streaming on 4 different platforms, or something like that. I said in chat. You can't see the chat because you don't have chat replay turned on. Because on StreamYard, that's not on by default, just like it is in YouTube Studio. You have to check a box for live replay to be on. I don't know why that is like that in YouTube, but for some reason you have to check that box for live replay to be on, so you can't. That's why you can't see the fucking chat.
So this is going to be my very last final stream. Thank you everybody for coming. I am going to be done streaming for quite a while, and I do mean a while. I may every once in a while pop up, maybe, but I was pretty much done with the internet crap. I got a lot of things going on in IRL world. That's more important to me than this stupid shit. I enjoyed the fun that I had with Twisted. Thank you for all the memories. I appreciate it. And that's going to be the end of the.
Now, I don't want to sound like a total prick here. I've said this several times, and I'll say it again now. Back at you. I would not be where I am now if it hadn't been the push from you for me to do this. You're the one that pushed me to get back in front of a camera. You're the one that pushed me to say, fuck what everybody think. Fucking do this, dude. I know you got it in you. You got some raw talent. It might be not but you got some talent there. Fuck it. What people think. You're going to get shit. It's part of this gig. That was a person over a year ago. Now you go to now a defeated man. Because he got attacked pretty hard from Lolcow universe, and that's what I mean. There's a difference between talking shit. That's what I'm doing now, but I'm talking shit in a loving way, like I did my AI video. So yeah, I said you don't stream, and I'm hugging him, going, "Yeah, I'm all you got." That's talking to me. That's talking shit. I'm grabbing you, laughing with you rather than laughing at you. That to me, that's talking shit. There is a difference between laughing with somebody than laughing at somebody and making fun of them, making them feel like they're nothing to just. And that's what happened with Stallion, and that's why you're looking at a defeated man right here because of all that shit happened with Grim and Nightmare. Again, that's what I'm talking about. This is a deflection. It has really nothing to do with me, Ron, Lolcow Network, or anything. It dates back to those two jokers. He just don't want to deal with them. He don't want to fight with them because now it's like, well, why fight with them now? You didn't give a fuck. And that's his point. Y'all didn't give a fuck then. Why are now you giving a fuck now? And that's a valid point. I mean, he's got a point. But again, I just thought that was a wasted opportunity, and I said that on the stream. I said maybe we made a mistake there. Maybe we should have let him do that. And I said that. I said maybe I fucked up. Getting on his ass about it. Maybe we should have let him let loose. That could have been a thing that went viral. And then all of a sudden we popped the fuck off because he started going after him. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. I'll take accountability when I think I fucked up. I'll admit it. Um, But again, it's the same thing to you, Stallion. Thanks for everything. Again, I would not be here where I'm at now. And yeah, I've been sitting here going for almost 2 hours talking shit. But that's just it. I'm just talking shit. That's it. It's not personal. It's just that you brought me up during the stream. I gotta respond, dude. I have to. Um, I wish you wouldn't quit. I think you should still continue going. That I want that make that point clear. I don't think you should stop. Uh, And like I said in my AI video, like, "Are you ever going to stream, dude? Or are you just happy people being upset with you?" That I meant that. It's like, why are so that's your choice, your decision. I respect it. Um, but and again, the same thing. I wish it would have worked out better towards the Stallion show. Things took off better. I think looking back, hindsight 2020, I think if it would have popped off, like when we first started the Wonderland universe, and we were having over 100 to 150 people checking us out when the stream first started. If that momentum kept up, people were donating, people, and when we were holding 100 to 150 people each fucking stream. And it just kept growing and kept growing and kept growing. Any of the quirks that me and you had against each other, I think because it was doing so well, we would have looked over it. And we'd be like, fuck it. Just, I ain't gonna bitch about it. Yeah, we're doing good. Da, 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 da. I don't think those little things that used to aggravate us and get us to get on, and we got on his nerves. I don't think that would have happened. So, we give it a hell of a try, brother. We ran with it. We tried. We put, it is what it is. Would I do this again? Back then, yes. Back now, no, because I know, no, knowing now what I know, no, I would not. I could not work with you because we just can't get along. But back then, yeah, I would have done it all again. Uh, it's like the same. I mentioned. I bring up Becky a lot. Well, that's because I'm thankful for what Becky did for me. I don't forget where I came from. That's why I always bring that I made up Zoe video. And my last video that I uploaded before this one. And I made that because I just happened to think, I know I can make one to Zoe. I promised Becky I made one long time to make one long time ago, and I made that Becky Zoe video. It's I don't think Gemini's the same thing. I owe Thick Gemini a lot for what he did for me. That's why you don't catch me talking shit about Thick Gemini, because I got no problem with Thick Gemini. I still consider. I mean, he messages me every now and then on Discord and asks me how I'm doing. I still consider him a friend. I mean, just because you disagree with somebody, like, Stallion here, just because you have differences in opinion, don't mean you still can't be the friend. That's what's problems this day and age. You can't have disagreements and still respect somebody enough to be the friend. Everybody's like, "Fuck you! I'm going to dox your ass. I'm going to say where you live and all this shit people do." Sometimes you gotta agree to disagree. People's welcome to opinions. You gotta let people say what they think and what's on their mind, and disagree with them if you want to. This because everybody, I always call it Twitter brain and Reddit brain. Nobody can have an opinion anymore. It's fucking bullshit.
Italian Stallion show for quite a while. I wish everybody the best. And this is Italian Stallion. Saying so long.
And that's that. I apologize this being 2 hours. 2 hours of an old man babbling. Just fast forward through you want. Put me on fast speed, to get through it quicker if you want to. But it had to be addressed. I'm hoping tonight we might have a small little podcast on my stream. Ron will come back when I want to set this up on StreamYard. That way Ron can come up and Reaper can come up and whoever else wants to come up. So, everybody's getting into this. Scott Go's having his own channel. Chumba Queen's even having her own channel. Reaper's got her own channel. I think a few others are still working on their own channel. It's like everybody in the Wonderland universe. Sorry, Ron. Everybody in the Eclipse Network. Been a long stream. It seems like they're doing their own Lolcow channel, wanting to get on. It's just all in good fun. As far as I know, it's no fucking war. It's just us just wanting to be a pain in the ass to Keemstar. That's all it is. It's like it's goddamn bee button wasp are buzzing around my head right now, and I want to get up here and swat at it. That's all. That's all Ron wants to be, like Keemstar is always brushing around this fly that keeps buzzing around his goddamn head and won't leave him alone. That's all Ron wants to be. He just want to be a big pain in the ass. That's all that is. But anyway, brother, like I said, back at you. Wish the best of luck to you. I don't want you to quit. I want you to still keep at it. That's all I've got, and I'll see you all tonight.